think I got my swagger back.
What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here, and today I was curious. I have never ever done a rebuild for my channel. I know that's not my territory, that's not what really I do, but I've been curious about it and I want to try it out and make a video about my favorite team, the New York Knicks. As you can tell, I want to do a rebuild of the team because there's been all this talk about Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving trying to go to the Knicks, or apparently are going to go to the Knicks. And now that we have the third pick, even though we should have got the first, we can get RJ Barrett, and that's a pretty solid squad, and we could even make the finals next year. There's potential here, and I want to see if I can do that in NBA 2K19. I want to try it out. Before this video starts, be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe. Let's get this video started, and we're already starting the video, and there's already a problem. So, to explain it to you as simple as possible, in Start Today for NBA 2K19, I can start today, but it won't give me the draft position I want. Not only that, it won't let me pick the draft players I want to. I want the current 2019 draft with Zion, RJ Barrett. I can't do that if I do Start Today. I can do that in my league, but I won't get the draft position anyways, and I won't get the current rookies we have now. So, like, for example, Luka Doncic wouldn't be on the Mavericks, stuff like that. That's not fair, that's not cool, that's not what I want. So what I'm basically going to do to cancel all these things out is I'm just going to do Start Today, and I'm going to trade my #1 pick for a player. That's the plan here. So here we are in Start Today with the New York Knicks, and we're going straight into the draft lottery, and we're going to see what pick we get in the first place. We're projected to get the first pick. It's not accurate in the real NBA. In the real NBA, the first, second, and third pick all get the exact same odd to get the #1 pick, or the second pick, or third pick. Here, the Knicks have the best chance of getting the first pick. We'll see if we actually get it though. So let's simulate the lottery, and we end up getting the first pick in the draft, as we should have. Whatever, let's get it. We got the first pick in the draft, and we're going to trade it. We're not going to sign anyone. So from my understanding, we can call for a trade of our #1 pick during the draft. For example, this. So proposed trade. So I'm going to add the #1 pick to see who is willing to trade with us. So if we're trying to get Kevin Durant and Kyrie, if that's the plan, we still need a shooting guard, power forward, or center. Now Kevin Durant can play either small forward or power forward. It's not really gonna matter. So we need either a center or a shooting guard. That's what we want. So basically we need a young talent. That's basically what a #1 pick is, young talent, because they're not gonna give us like a great player. Like, they're not gonna give us Giannis, right, for the first pick. That's not gonna happen. But let's see if they can give us some young talent. For example, I like Oladipo. He'd be pretty nice to have. Now, one of the trades I have in mind is Oladipo. He's in his prime at 27 years old. He's pretty dang good on the Pacers, and he'd be a great compliment to both Kyrie Irving and KD. So this is a maybe, but I'm going to remove him. I'm going to see what other options I could do. This Karl-Anthony Towns, honestly, that wouldn't be too bad. Let's see if they want to make this trade. So they are not accepting our trade for Karl-Anthony Towns. I would have liked to have him, but they need something a lot better. So we have to keep looking. Maybe Devin Booker, but I really doubt they're going to let us pull this off. They consider Devin Booker untouchable, and they won't let us do this trade. So we have to remove this one too. So why don't we add another pick? Why don't we add our next season's first round unprotected pick, and let's go back to the Suns and ask for Devin Booker and see if they give it to us. They still consider him untouchable, so we're going to remove him. That's ridiculous. They don't even accept 2 first-round picks from the Knicks. That's Suns. Come on. Now, Devin Booker's really good. Of course, I'm not going to accept that, but still, I wouldn't. I want to see if we can get Victor Oladipo. They have agreed to give us Victor Oladipo, so now we have Victor Oladipo, and we gave him the first-round pick. So we're going to simulate to the end of the draft, and now we have Victor Oladipo, a shooting guard on the Knicks. This should be interesting from now on. Let's see what happens. So I'm not going to accept Dennis Smith Jr.'s contract because we can get better point guards for him, honestly. I mean, or than him. I'll keep him on. Why not? Ntilikina, though. We don't want to keep him around. Let's be real. Okay, so we know who's free agents. We have the money to get them. Let's try to get some steals. Let's go. So Emmanuel Mudiay and Luke Cornett. Sure, whatever. That's fine. I'm going to negotiate a contract with Kevin Durant. It makes sense. This is the one we have to get, right? So I'm going to accept this. I'm going to offer this contract to Kevin Durant. And the same thing goes with Kyrie Irving. I'm going to offer the contract. We're going all in on these players. Like, I'm literally throwing money at them. Please come to the Knicks. Now, I'll offer the contract to Kawhi just in case. just in case either or doesn't accept it, but these are the only ones. Like, it's all in for them. If we don't get them, we're failures and I don't care, right? So let's advance. So there's players here that are a lot of money that we don't want. So DeAndre Jordan, we don't want him. Honor Hazonia, we don't want him. I'll keep Noah Vonleh. Frank Ntilikina is too much money. Lance Thomas, we'll let him go. Again, there's players that we just don't. This guy who? No. I'll keep Luke Cornett, but we really don't want to keep him. We kind of need Emmanuel Mudiay, but for the moment, I'm going to renounce his rights and see if we can get someone for cheaper because we need the money. So let's advance. Kevin Durant goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. So look who's in trouble. We are. What the heck, man? Why does Kevin Durant have to be fake? He could have just stayed in the Golden State and he has to go to Philadelphia? That's the dumbest thing ever. Kyrie is going to sign with the Boston Celtics, and that makes no sense to me because he would never do that, but whatever. It doesn't make sense. Of course that wouldn't happen. So now what do? We don't really have a lot of options. Okay. Oh, Jimmy Butler. Cool. We can get Jimmy Butler and Kemba. Well, let's negotiate a contract with, of course we're going to give him that money. Kemba Walker too. Let's negotiate a contract. Porzingis isn't going to want to play with us. D'Angelo Russell's nice, but he wants too much money. I'll offer a contract, but whatever. Okay, let's see what happens now. So we actually don't have enough money for Jimmy Butler, so we have to let go of people. So I'm letting go of everyone, and we still don't have enough money for Jimmy Butler. So do we want Jimmy Butler or do we want Kemba Walker? Well, we already have Victor Oladipo, so I feel like we should get Kemba Walker because we'd have Victor Oladipo and Kemba. But D'Angelo Russell is cheaper, and we would have more options, and he really is only one overall different. So in reality, I'm going to sign D'Angelo Russell, and I'm going to decline Butler and Walker. And I feel like that's the way to go. And we have a young player. Even though this is for one season, this is the way to go. I feel like we should keep Emmanuel Mudiay as well, because at least we'll have a backup point guard that I can trust. And that's it. I mean, I guess we could keep DeAndre Jordan. No, he's too expensive. We're not going to do that. But I low-key want to keep Noah Vonleh. So I'm going to keep Noah Vonleh because I kind of like him. He's low-key nice. They matched the offer with D'Angelo. So what do we do now? Okay, well, we're signing Kemba. How much do they want for Emmanuel Mudiay? Is that good? Are we still good if we do this? Well, let's look at our team so far. We have a team of Kemba Walker, Victor Oladipo, Emmanuel Mudiay, Dennis Smith Jr. Maybe I shouldn't have kept Emmanuel Mudiay. I should have let him go. Mitchell Robinson, who I'm happy with. We still need a small forward and power forward. So this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to finesse this free agency with small forwards and power forwards, and we can't afford them. Yeah, okay. So let's look at the small forwards. So there's DeMarre Carroll. We can re-sign Carmelo back. That's a lot of money. He wants way too much money. We might have to re-sign Melo. Isn't that terrifying? We might have to bring Melo back to the Garden. That's terrifying. Okay, well, let's look at the power forwards. There's Derek Favors, Thaddeus Young. I wouldn't mind getting Derek Favors. He's kind of expensive too. We don't have a lot of cap room either. There's gotta be cheaper players. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the cheaper power forwards. We get Taj Gibson. That wouldn't be too bad. Didn't we already have Noah Vonleh? I wouldn't mind having Noah Vonleh as a starter. He wants how much? Out of his mind. Okay, then in that case, we're gonna go the small forward route. And I don't want to overpay, but this is ridiculous, man. They all want so much money. Are we really about to re-sign Melo? We're about to re-sign Melo. Whatever. We're keeping the Knicks back in Knicks tape, baby. Let's do it. Whatever. I don't care. We re-signed Melo, right? Or at least we're offering him a contract. And then for the power forward, we need someone cheap. Trevor Booker's cheap. Sure, let's do it. Let's advance and see what happens. So I can't sign Noah Vonleh, but I can sign Melo. So I'm doing this. I'm gonna sign him. And then Trevor Booker also is accepting ours. So now we have a starting five that I'm happy with, and we don't have enough money for anything else. Actually, we're over the cap limit, so we got to just simulate the rest of it. But now we have kind of a squad. I mean, kinda. We'll see what happens. Let's go to player progression and see what happens there. We're going to simulate the rest of free agency and see player progression. So Victor Oladipo is still the same. Kemba Walker went down a little bit. Emmanuel Mudiay stayed the same. A lot of these guys stayed the same. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting. Maybe I shouldn't have traded that first pick, but we're here now. We're going to go to training camps to basically advance some of our players. Okay, I'll admit it. This is kind of hard, at least for being the first attempt. And the plan is to only do it one season. The plan is to rebuild the Knicks and get them into a championship level team in one season. The season they're playing, they're supposed to be better. And they were the worst team in the league last year. So this is way harder than I think I expected. We'll update some perimeter shooting for Victor Oladipo, because why not? Sure. And then we'll update some big man defense. We only have one training camp because we were that bad? That's pretty bad, actually. Okay, so we're going to advance the next season. Let's see if we can win some games. Our official team pulling it up right now as it's loading. This is going to be an interesting season. Our starting point guard is Kemba Walker. Our shooting guard, Victor Oladipo. Kevin Knox is our small forward. Trevor Booker is our power forward. And then our star young center, Mitchell Robinson, at the center position. And then we have Moutier and Dennis Smith Jr. coming off the bench with Carmelo Anthony off the bench, which is honestly a nice off the bench pickup. Damian Dotson's our shooting guard, Delonzo Trier, Wilson Chandler. Okay, we picked up Wilson Chandler, Tariq Black, Mike Scott, and Adrian Payne. I don't think this is the worst team ever. I'm going to simulate the first couple games and see where we are. All the way up to the All-Star break, basically. Let's do that. Whoa. Stop. We're losing way too many games this early. That can't be happening. Victor Oladipo is injured, which is, of course he is. But I don't feel like our team is that bad. But we're going to have to trade some people. Let's see who's doing bad. What we're going to have to do is trade one of these point guards, either Dennis Smith or Emmanuel Moutier. Probably Dennis Smith. We're probably going to have to, but let's see. So our leading scorer is Victor Oladipo, 19 points per game. And then Kemba Walker's like right behind him also with basically 19 a game. Dennis Smith Jr. has actually been doing pretty good. So we're actually going to be trading Emmanuel Moutier instead, because everybody else is honestly doing as good as they can. I'm going to try to finesse some of my like bench players that we don't use and see if I can get anybody good out of them. So let's do some trade finders and let's make this team happen. So again, we're trading Emmanuel Moutier. Let's see what they offer us. A small forward would be nice, or a good power forward. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. We might need to do that, and they're offering for Carmelo Anthony. Otto Porter's pretty expensive, but we're trying to win here, man, and that might be the trade we need to do. We don't want that. We don't need that. We already had this, basically. Again, we don't need centers for the most part. We already have Bogdan Bogdanovic. Wouldn't be too bad, and the salaries aren't too bad either. And we'd get Chris Boucher, who isn't that bad either. So we might have to do this Kings trade. They're offering Will Barton, but I don't know about that one. Now this one, they're offering Jakob Poeltl and Rudy Gay. That's two pretty good positions. Even though they're older, they would at least help us. I mean, I don't know if we really need a power forward. That one's tough. TJ Warren, we might need to take this one. And in this one, they're offering Draymond and the Warriors' first pick. They're offering me Draymond Green. I think we have to take this pick. Draymond Green will help us win games. They're asking for Damian Dotson. I know it's not what we want to do, but they're offering me Draymond, man. I mean, and a pick. I think I have to pick this one. So we're going to accept Draymond Green, who wins games, man. He's more important than you think. So now our roster is Draymond Green. Okay. We have to have a pretty good defensive team kind of now. We don't have a great small forward, but we have Melo. Let's do it. Let's get it. I think we can do this. Let's start winning some games. We're going to simulate now to the All-Star break and see what happens. Okay, this has low-key been kind of fun, and we brought our team back up to a winning position with 30 and 29 so far at the All-Star break. I can't lie to y'all. I'm kind of glad we did this. Look, we got Kemba Walker, who's a New York native, Oladipo, who's balling, and Draymond Green, who wins games, NBA champion. We know how good he is. And then we have Mitchell Robinson, who's a young talent. Like, low-key, we kind of made this team nice real quick. Looking at our player stats so far, so Kemba Walker is now officially our best player with 20 points per game. Oladipo's right behind him. Dennis Smith Jr. Kevin Knox is actually doing pretty solid so far. Carmelo is back on the squad. Like, that's like, you know, I'm gonna clickbait this title, right? Like, you know, I'm gonna have Carmelo in the thumbnail. Draymond, this is low-key great. Like, this is working, dude. I'm actually kind of happy. Okay, but can we make the playoffs? That's the important part. Right now we are, I think, 8th seed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are 8th seed right now. The Pistons are right behind us trying to get in, but I think we can. Look at the Hawks in the playoffs, by the way. But let's see if we can make it in the playoffs. We're gonna simulate now the end of the season and see if we make it. And we didn't make the playoffs. I thought we had a team. I thought we had it. We were 2 games away from the playoffs. What happened, man? The Cavs made it. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. Let's see what happened. Victor Oladipo and Kemba Walker were doing solid. Dennis Smith Jr. was scoring. Kevin Knox, Carmelo. Why didn't we make the playoffs? We had a solid team. We would have played Philadelphia. Dude, we had it. We were there. So apparently, even if the Knicks do great trading wise, we're still not going to make the playoffs. Like that, if we were able to come out with this next season with Kemba Walker, Oladipo, Kevin Knox stepping up, Draymond Green and Mitchell Robinson stepping up, and we still couldn't make the playoffs in the East, dude. Well, the Knicks are in a situation with Dennis Smith Jr. balling out and Melo balling out on the bench. If we can't make the playoffs with that, oh man. That's going to be a situation for us. That would break my heart because I don't even know what we would need to do after that. But you know what? I'm not even gonna blame myself. That's pretty solid work to be able to pull that off and still not make the playoffs. That's dumb. Obviously, we're probably gonna stick with RJ Barrett, and hopefully we get either Kevin Durant or Kyrie. But I failed in this rebuild. But what do you guys think? Which rebuild should I do next? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like my channel, give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.
I think I got my swagger back.
Niggas know me.